You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows like the one you're about to enjoy, visit electronicmediacollective.com. And now, our feature presentation.
Howdy you buckaroos, and welcome to Comics for My Kids, the official podcast for the comicscornerbox.blogspot.com. I'm your host, Matt D. And today is a Dad's Recommendation episode. That's right, we're back to Dad's Recs. Unfortunately, this week we don't have any review episodes, so we have a day where it's just going to be me talking about some books that I recommend. So I'm going to go ahead and dive into a book that I think that everyone will enjoy. And that book's name is The Neverlanders, written by Tom Taylor, and art is by John Sommariva. This book is set in a modern-day telling of Peter Pan, where we have a Tinkerbell and a gentleman by the name of Paco. The story kind of opens up in modern-day New York City, where we run into some street urchins, as they're called in the classic stories, and they follow a group of kids, and the main kid in the book is Bee and her friend Luz, and they run into Paco one time while they are begging for change. Luz falls into the subway line, and Paco is there to help get her and Bee out when Bee tries to save her. Then they end up becoming fast friends with Paco, and they take him back to their hangout, which is in a garbage landfill, and it's inside of a caravan or a camper. That's it. It's a camper inside of a garbage scow. Now, Paco has a bit of a secret. He's got something in his pocket that he's been talking to, and the kids are kind of curious about it once they catch him out in the yard. And it turns out that they discover that inside his pocket is none other than Tinkerbell. The story then goes from there to the Neverland Island, where we learn about Tinkerbell and fairies, as well as the mermaids, and what has been trying to get onto the island, which is the pirates. Much like the classic Peter Pan story, there are pirates led by a gentleman who looks very much like Captain Hook. And he has a group of goblins that assists him because apparently the parents or adults cannot land on the island. Now, without giving too much spoiler, I just want to dive a little more in the fact that this story is definitely a rather unique retelling of Peter Pan. And the art style alone is definitely worth picking up the book. John Sommariva, what did they say? He's a artist who's done Batman and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle adventures, some of the Star Wars adventures. He's done some Harley Quinn, as well as Marvel action adventures. He's very much in the in a line style or artwork similar to that of a kid's cartoon, a lot like a more English manga style, I would say. The line work is really nice and clean. It's great to look at. It's definitely eye-catching. Each panel helps move the story along. There's some really great artwork in here when the kids get these magical armor that they use to help create or to get powers to help defend the island. The story is really fun. There's a lot of cool twists and turns, a lot of interesting settings. The story itself takes place over several months as the kids get to learn about the island and how to defend it. And it's also a great story that talks about friendship and finding one's own tribe or one's own family when you're all alone. Definitely a great read for anyone above the ages of, I'd say, 8 and up. I've enjoyed it. I think my kids will enjoy it as well. And I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Dad's Recommendations. So yes, I would recommend Neverlanders by Tom Taylor and John Sommariva. It's a great read. If if you'd like to hear more about other great episodes, check out our blog spot at comicscornerbox.blogspot.com. Leave us a rating or review at the Apple Podcasts or Podchaser. Follow us on Twitter for all of our episode posts and news at Comics with Kids. Also, check out our Facebook page, Comics with My Kids, and our Instagram page. Well, thank you for listening to this episode. I hope you have a great night, and I hope you get a chance to check out the book Neverlanders.